I consider myself American.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
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 Yes, I
see
am.
where they grab the black bags?
Yes.
Sí, yo soy del continente de América.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I've been living here all of my life, so I think I should be considered a citizen in the United States.
Yes, it's the continent, so.
Kind of, sorta. I mean, I was born here, my parents weren't. And I go back and forth from Belize, that's where my parents are from, and here every summer, so yeah, I guess.
From the USA.
Oh, I think of the United States.
Well, probably the first thing that pops up is the United States of America.
Generally, I think of it as referring to the United States.
Somebody who lives, works, and breathes in America.
North America.
Americano como América.
Pero cuando sea más específico, cuando dice usted América, entonces ¿a qué se refiere? ¿A Norteamérica? ¿A Estados Unidos?
Estados Unidos. Estados Unidos.
Específicamente Estados Unidos.
Sí, Estados Unidos. Que dice americano es de Estados Unidos, no dice.
Incluyendo los afroamericanos.
No, pero que viene siendo Estados Unidos.
People say America, I view it as shorthand for United States of America, but that's because I'm probably from the United States of America.
I would say for myself, I guess right away I would say United States because that's what I think of as.
That's what most people
Think
within the United States. Everybody calls each other Americans. Yes, I know. I realize that there is North and South America, but it would depend on the conversation. But
yes.
Most conversations,
in my mind, I would automatically think United States.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think of everybody who's lived here. I mean, I really don't think they need just paper to say that you're American. I think it's just to live here, know everything.
So it's people that live in North America.
I think of anyone that was born in the United States or lives in the United States. Well, born in the United States. Yeah.
So it's always specifically to people from North America, from the United States.
Yes, I know that there's a lot of Canadians or whatever consider themselves American, but people born in the United States, I think, consider themselves American.
Yeah, I imagine it's United States usually. I mean, it's rather myopic, but yeah.
El nombre es Estados Unidos de América. Por eso son americanos.
What else would we say? USAians? I mean, it's difficult. I mean, just because we shorten it from United States of America, and I understand why people get a little upset if they're from North America, that we just consider ourselves Americans, and Canadians, of course, are from North America, but they have a ready name for it. You know, I mean, Canada, you say you're Canadian. America, I mean, what are you going to say when you're from the USA? Yeah.
Pero yo me considero americano porque nací en América.
I think that there is an ego within the United States that they have appropriated the concept or the idea of being an American, right? So if you're born and raised in Mexico, you're called a Mexican. If you're born and raised in Nicaragua, you're a Nicaraguan. If you're born and raised in Chile, you're a Chilean. But if you're born and raised in the United States, you're an American. You know, that's, when you think about it, that's a little bit of an interesting concept, right? That they say we represent everything.
Sorry.
Anyway, so yeah. So when I think of America, I think it's funny to me, right? I don't think of anything. I think of the entire continent, but at the same time, I realize that people are probably thinking about people in the United States.
I mean, I guess you can consider yourself American either way, even if you were born here, if you weren't, you know? So.
I realize that there's a continent called North America, but if you're asking me what I think of when I think of an American, I think of someone who lives in the United States of America.
Well, when someone says like an American, I think about people who were born in the United States or people who were born in a different country and came to the United States as a citizen. So that's what I consider an American.
Most of the time when I'm traveling abroad and people refer to Americans, it's usually I have family abroad, I've lived abroad, and when I am abroad, typically people who say American use it in a derogatory sense, and they're specifically talking about people from the United States of America.
I think of Americanity as I guess, the absence of culture.
We export a lot of culture, probably have a much bigger footprint abroad than other countries, at least in the recent history. So in the last 10, 20 years, I think there's a lot of tourists who are rather have a big impact, whether it's economically or obnoxiously, personality-wise, but also culture. So Hollywood and Coca-Cola and those types of things.
One of the reasons that people, that we don't say American meaning Central or South American is because there is there's a unique culture associated with, for example, Mexican.
Yeah.
Colombia, I mean, it's a statement of geography, but it's also a statement of culture. To me, I guess American could mean an ideology, but I don't know that I would subscribe to the ideology that it would be referring to. I don't know that people use the term necessarily with an awareness towards definition rather than an awareness towards an absence.
Like perhaps Brazil or Venezuela or Colombia or...
Yeah, exactly.
It's because we're myopic, self-centered. No, I mean, those are two adjectives I could give you right there. The controlling imperialist of the world. We go forward and put that perception towards ourselves also. We make that perception available to everybody.
It really comes down to us versus them mentality. And I think we get to draw our own lines in the sand, that we can either kind of say, this is us and that's them. We can have a more welcoming approach to it. And I think it comes down to politics, I think it comes down to power, and seems to be in a lot of ways ulterior motives of what you want to do. And for me, that just seems to be, I don't know. I like pluralism. I get bored eating hamburgers every night. Sometimes I want a burrito, sometimes I want some Thai food. I think diversity is a good thing, and it's not some abstract idea, but it comes down to, for me, aesthetics. It comes down to beauty. Like, I want diversity because it makes my life richer. And I feel like that is kind of my mode of thinking about what culture is in America. That the diversity is something that benefits us, makes us better. And it goes from the tip of Canada down to the bottom of Argentina.
Yes, because of the name. But of course, it's North America, includes Canada, there's South America, Central America. So.
I don't know, the culture is kind of overwhelming here, it's like you're America-centric, I mean United States-centric, I know the Americas, but America to me means United States, yeah.
There's a lot of money in North America. That's where a lot of focus goes. Wait a minute, North America, they're doing something right, even though right now we're not. But that's my thought on it, okay? We're richest. That's why there's a lot of, the first thing you think about is North America.
The most important thing is just that we have all of the cameras in New York City and in Los Angeles. When you have the cameras and you have the microphones, you have the most say. And that's what it comes out to, that's what separates. I mean, again, you probably have as many English speakers as you have Spanish speakers, but people pay attention in New York City. So that, I think, is one of the things that the superiority complex that comes into it. But for me, it's just because they have the biggest microphone.
Bueno, pues el idioma, porque ellos hablan igual.
Pero entonces hablar inglés hace que alguien sea americano.
Sí, el acento del americano.
I don't know, that's just my understanding of how people interpret that word. That it's just come to, I think that's how the world thinks of. If you go outside in this country and people say, are you from America, to refer to the United States. That's generally how the world thinks. It's not a right or wrong, I think that's just the way people think.
Because it's been like that for so long. Like once something is one way, it's hard for the perception of it to be changed. So that's just the way it is.
We take from all over the world. The only true American is the Native American. Okay, we're all visiting. This is our adoptive home. Everybody, except the Native American.
It's actually a really good question. I'm not too sure. I mean, I guess I consider myself an American because I was born here. But I do like Belize a lot more than I like America, so it's all good, right?
notion of like willful ignorance as freedom is pretty troubling.
Sure. Yeah, good luck with all these Americans, huh?